Hi again. If you've seen my other videos, then you know I am a big fan of Lucidspark and I love using Lucidspark to facilitate the research and writing process with my students. I love that they can have one canvas that has their brainstorm, their sources, vetting their sources, annotations of the text all in one place. Um, it just is such a great experience for the students to have everything in one place and know that it's always going to be there. I also discovered recently that my students were having a hard time taking all of the ideas that they had generated, all of the information that they found from the sources, and putting that into an essay format. Even though we talked about the different parts of the essay, they were struggling to understand, well, what will go in the background section, what will go in the issue section. And so I decided to design an interview activity. They would talk through their topic for their essay with a peer and get some ideas just by talking through things. And so I put the interview right here in Lucidspark so they can, you can make it available and then they can copy it over to their own. You can go through and put it on for them, however you want to do that. And then I gave them a partner, and the person who is the interviewer will ask the questions to the other student, and the other student will verbalize their answers. And they'll just talk through their essay topic, and the interviewer will type down what they say. So the student who's talking really doesn't have anything else to worry about. If they want, they can come back to parts of their Lucidspark and look at things if they want to hurry and check and make sure they're saying the right thing. But what was most important was just that they had a chance to talk conversationally and think through their topic. Now, these questions were designed to point directly to specific parts of their essay to help them understand, here's all the information you found. Now you know so much about this topic, you just don't know where to put it. And so these questions help them see that. What ended up happening was it did help them see how these parts were going to take form, but just talking through things with a peer gave them so many more ideas and different ways they wanted to approach things. Now, the interviewer is asking the questions that I wrote for them. So it took the edge off. Nobody was nervous. And then the activity was more meaningful because they're not trying to have to come up with questions. I did have students get to where they felt more comfortable and they said they added their own questions in, like, oh, that's really interesting. Can you tell me more about that? Or what about this? Did that come up in your research? And so it was great for students to have questions and to think through them. And then having those notes that the interviewer typed all right here was so powerful. They could refer back to this. It's on their same Lucid chart. So they could add to their brainstorm if they wanted to add more points to it. They could come back and add more sources. They could come back and say, I know I read that somewhere in my text. Let me find it, annotate it, add it in. It was just such a great experience for them to have this activity documented here. That way they weren't having to try to remember, like, oh, that was a really good question. What was it again? What did I say? It's all right here. So definitely give Lucidspark a try with your students. It's so wonderful to have a one-stop shop. Everything they need is here, and you can take the content as deep as you need to. With the ever-expanding canvas, there's room for everything. You will love it. They will love it.